Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Esther Ndungenduku, the lady that your mama warned you about. Kindly like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so this week I've really been traveling a lot. I've traveled like in the last I think 1 month. I've been moving around and it's really like fatigue, and also I feel like my voice has deepened. Kuna two issue because I moved from Nairobi and right now I'm in Eldoret. Like I'm back to school to resume my session. I'm a campus student. I'm a campus student. I'm a campus student and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much guys for the support and for everything that you have done to me. And so I've been moving around and I've been learning so much in the movements that I've been moving around. And so today's topic is going to be deep because I believe and I know that all of us in this, maybe we are 18 and above maybe, and even if you're not, then these are things you can learn, because today we are going to discuss about things you need to know in your 20s. Things like I wish I knew when I was 20, what I wish I knew. And so let's get into the topic of today, whereby we discuss the things I myself wish I would have known in my 20s. Thank you guys. Let's get into the topic. And so the first hint on my side is, do not trust people too much. Don't trust people too much. Hey, wase. Don't trust people too much. Like, usieke trust yako kwa watu. In this life, you can be doing a project, you can be doing something, and your high expectations umekea kwa watu. And so it is not good for you to put your expectations on people. Don't trust people so much because, people change. And don't invest your feelings in people. Like, usikue sana mtu wa kutrust watu. Just keep a balance and just be optimistic of any failure or of any disappointment that people will give you. And also, notice the red flags that people show you. For example, when you are that friend and that friend of yours talks ill about other people, definitely you should know that your friend can also talk ill about you. And so don't trust people too much. Stop trusting people. Take your time to know people. Get to know their characters. Get to know who they are before first you open up yourself to other people. And so that gives me the notion or the satisfaction that you should not trust people. Just put your trust on God, because people can fail you. People can disappoint you. Real big time, a big time disappointment. So people can leave anytime in your life, and so you don't have to hold on to people. Just embrace the moments that these people, they have been in your life, and just let them go. And if the season is over in your life, then just let them go. See, don't hold people and don't trust people too much. Don't trust people too much. Trust yourself and put your trust on God, because I think back then for me, when I was 20, I trusted people so much that I wanted so much affirmation from people. I wanted people to tell me like, you should do this, I support you, I give you all thumbs up. And sometimes you have to walk a lonely path. You will have to walk a lonely path whereby you have to realize that some things you cannot achieve with people. You have to walk alone for you sometimes to get to identify yourself and for you to get to know who you are. So people come and go. So don't trust people, because when they go, then it means that you will start recollecting and looking for who you are and searching for who you are. And so the first thing that I've said is don't trust people. And I repeat again, don't trust people too much, because for me, I trusted people so much and they broke my heart. And just leave some bit of gap, some bit of, doubt. Leave some doubt. Don't trust people 100%, because they can fail you. And also, my second point is going to be self-conscious. Know who you are. Be self-conscious. When you come outside here, people will tell you who to be and how to be that kind of a person. And so you have to know who you are so that people cannot label you. People have a way of labeling people and telling people who to be. People can tell you like, this is you can be a fashion designer, you can be a singer, you can play the guitar, you can but deep inside your heart, what is that one thing that you desire to do? What is that one thing that you desire for you to be investing in? And so you have to understand that one thing that you know about yourself. Continue to sink deeper into understanding more who you are, what you are, what are your goals, and what is your purpose. Because people will tell you who to be. They will define you who to be. And so another thing that I've learned is to be myself, to be my authentic self, to live intentionally and transparently, to be truthful to myself and truthful to my heart, knowing that I am self-conscious of who I am. And in case somebody tries to tell me who I am, I'm able to note it and say, like, this person is wrong. I'm not that, and I cannot be that. So don't let people label you because you love maybe dancing, and that is something you do it in your free time. That does not make you a dancer. So maybe you can just love a different skill. And so that is the thing that unaona ni major kwako. So just walk on your path. Don't listen to people, because people will confuse you. This will say you are this, who you are saying you are this, and the other says you are that. And so you will find yourself in a fix, not knowing who you are, because these people are telling you different things about who you are. Wow. And the third thing, guys, is speak less, listen more. There is more to listening. Like, learn to be silent. I think if there's one thing that I've learned in my 20s is to be silent and to listen more. Because when you're talking, sometimes you talk out of just, out of nowhere, out of the blues, you're just talking things that are not making sense. And so sometimes you may just speak and you have not reasoned it out. You have not understood that if that thing is right I'm saying, or if it's going to hurt anybody, or if these words are good for me to say them right now. So speak less and listen more. Listen more. Listen to people. Listen to wise counsel. Listen to others. And then you'll be able to know, like, I can identify with this, I can choose this and be this. So speak less and listen more. I think I was talkative person. I used to talk so much because I just wanted to have a space whereby I can speak, have a say in all my friends maybe life, have a say in how matters are supposed to go. I think I was just curious, because after high school, I think you have been caged to just like sticking to the system. And so when you're out here, you want to speak, you want to say it all. Nah, don't do that. Just learn to be silent and speak when it's necessary. And also, discover your hobbies. There is no such point, my friends, in life where you're going to know yourself and have a free time for you to like learn that hobby. I know most of us, we are preparing ourselves, getting into the 30s, maybe the near like couple of years. And so you're asking yourself, like, so how am I going to handle my hobbies? How am I going to handle my schedule timetable with my family? How am I going to share all this time? And so that dictates that this time that you are still in your 20s, you are able to do all these things. You are able to write that book. You are able to do that guitar you want to learn. You are able to just sing that album that you want. And it's going to be possible because you have a lot of free time. You don't have any kids. You don't have any discouragements, like things that are taking away your time. You don't have parent day. You don't have a lot of these activities. So it's all about you. It is a time for you to discover yourself. And so you have to understand that you need to know your hobbies. Know your hobbies. Something that is artistic, whereby you can be able to pour out when you feel you're down. Something you can play the guitar and feel nice even when you're stressed. Something that maybe you can dance when you feel you're stressed and you're good. So identify that hobby, that one thing that you love doing when you're free, and it's going to be very, very beneficial, because I believe that when we discover our hobbies, we'll be able to discover so much talent that is hidden inside us. Nobody's going to tell you like you're talented in this and this and this, and you have to go after it. And then people come on, people cheer you up for you to rise, and they believe in you after you have already first believed in yourself. And that calls in for great caution, because sometimes people can just discourage you, and you are there and you feel like disappointment, and you don't have to give up. You have to trust and know that this is what I want to do, and this is my hobby, and I'm going to embrace it. And no matter how many people say I've not yet perfectionized it, I trust the process. Yeah, so for the purpose of those hobbies, you reduce and manage your stress level. Like me, when I play the guitar, I find it so relieving. I find it so like soothing, and amazing, because that's artistic. Like, it speaks to my soul. When I touch those strings, it speaks to my heart and speaks to my situations as I continue just to play. And at the end of the day, when I'm just done, like, just even if it's a worship session I'm having, when I'm done, it just feels so awesome and so amazing. And also another thing is set boundaries. And I think this is the biggest thing that the 20s are failing in. Set boundaries. Not everybody you meet ought to become a part of your life. Not everybody you meet ought to become a part of your life. Si kila mtu unapatana na yanafaa kuwa katika maisha yako. Like, not everybody should be part of it. Like, some of us, we meet people and we want them we want to fix them in our lives. We want them to have a place in our lives. And so not everybody should have a place in your life. Meet them, exchange whatever you are exchanging, your contacts, and you can wage if this person truly has been sent by God, or if it's the season for me to be with this person, and if it's beneficial, then walk with this person. But if this person, you feel like this person, no, like there's so many things that are off with me and him or her, then don't do that. Don't force people into your life. Don't force people if they're not sent by God or by the seasons that God has laid down. Then don't force people into your life, because they're going to bring in a lot of mess and a lot of damage to you. So you have to understand that you have to be careful and you have to set boundaries, because when you're the one who sets these boundaries, so when you are not able to just safeguard these boundaries, then people will trample upon those boundaries and they will frustrate you. They will do all those bad things to you, and you will not do anything, because it was you who first opened the door of not like closing your boundaries. You open the doors, you let them in, and you don't know how to say no. Learn to say no to people. Like, it reaches an age whereby you don't have to tolerate people, or you don't have to be like open to people simply because they have been around you, or simply because they are just friends and you're meeting them for the first time, and you have to involve them. So it doesn't have to be like that. So set boundaries. Know that this is where you can be my friend, and this is where you can't get into this chamber of my life. Yeah, nice one. And the 6th point is, have your own self-worth. Self-worth. Know the definition of beauty to yourself. What is the definition of beauty to yourself? What do you believe is beauty? Because outside here, we are all created differently, and we are all different body types, body shapes, and different face descriptions. And so what is your definition of beauty? And when you understand that, you will understand that you are beautiful no matter what. So many of us, maybe in the age of 20s, you're trying out things. You want to look like this, you want to look like this. But at the end of the day, ask yourself, what is the true definition of beauty? Beauty to me, does it mean that I take care of my body? Then that's beauty. Taking care of what God has given you. And if it's taking care of maybe things that God has given you, like maybe you're a steward of some people, you're mentoring some people, then know what is the definition of beauty. Beauty to you, is it helping others? Beauty to you, is it physical? Beauty to you, is it da-da-da-da? And so you have to understand that. You must understand your definition of beauty, because you will keep on comparing yourself. You will keep on comparing your life with other people's life, and yet you have not identified who you are, because you are comparing yourself with your friends. Your friends are doing this, da-da-da. You have not done this. But truly, have you gone deep inside yourself and asked yourself, like, this is what I want, and this is my definition of beauty? Beauty to me is shooting this video and encouraging you guys. Beauty to me is waking up in the morning and seeing like my friends are successful. Beauty to me is waking up and seeing that I take care of my body. Your definition of beauty. And when you get to understand that, then it's going to be amazing and awesome. And then the 7th tip is, do not overshare your information if it is not necessary. Don't share your information if it's not necessary, because people can use it against you. Don't share too much about yourself, because people can use that information against you. People are manipulative in a way, especially the people who have not yet mastered the art of control and mastered the art of love and care and nurture. And so these people, they are going to frustrate you simply because they know an information about you. They will use it against you. They will pin you down with that information, even if it's something that happened in the past and you told them about it, and so they go on mouthing about it. And so it's going to destroy you because you will feel like you trusted this person with your information. And that goes back to not trusting people fully. Trust in God and yourself first before you can be able to embody and love other people and make them closer to your life. And then number 8, not everybody you date will be your husband or wife. I repeat, not everybody you date will be your husband or wife. Some are just not meant to be. Some are just not meant to be. And it's very deep simply because you cannot be able to understand. Sometimes I tend to ask myself, like, why do we waste so much time wasting people who are not going to marry us? And God told me, because I was praying about it and asking God, Kwani, why do we spend all this time dating people and we are not going anywhere? And so it was God ordained, it was God purpose, it was God driven. And so that is why we have to understand that you don't have to force issues. When you pray and God gives you the direction that you don't have to be with this person anymore, just leave. And when you see your purpose is not aligning towards what God has called you to be with that person, then just go. Don't stay in a relationship too long, because imagine staying for maybe 3 years, and if you would have known in the first year, you would have left, and those 2 years you would have quickly impacted yourself and being there for yourself, and you would have grown. And so not everybody you date will be your husband or wife. Let nobody lie to you about that, because sometimes it is not meant to be. Until you are heartbroken, then you'll understand that not everybody that comes your way that you cross path together is the one. And also another thing I would love to add is then, you don't have to know if he or she is the one. You don't have to force yourself to be like, I need to know, I need to understand, where is this man, where is this husband? Just relax, cool down. God is working everything in his own timing, and in his perfect time, he will make everything beautiful. So just know that it's just a matter of time. Don't stress yourself. Eat, relax, be single, and when that person comes your way, you will know definitely that he or she is the one, because it will be just godly ordained, and you won't have to suffer. Yeah, you won't have to suffer. Some of you are suffering. Some of you guys are suffering kabisa, mna suffer. And also the 9th tip of the day is save. Avoid borrowing money from people. Have you ever met these people who are always just coming in your inbox asking you for money? Like, hello S, like I was down on this, I'm down on gas, I'm down on oil, like can you just send me 200 bob, 150 bob? And so you have borrowed from I think 50 people, and these people, maybe you know them and they are around you, maybe you live closely together. And so imagine the kind of CV that is going around, around your name, that you are a borrower and you don't return money, and you are always borrowing money, you don't know how to keep finances, you are there on loan, you are there on apps, unapigiwa simu with Tala branch, and you're not able to pick those calls simply because you don't have the money. So save and avoid borrowing. Put your focus so much on saving and so much on ways you can make money the right way, and it's going to be awesome, simply because for me, I think earlier on, I've never been a person who likes borrowing, and I think it's an art that my mother taught me, that you don't have to borrow, you have to plan yourself, you have to ensure that everything is right and is good in the perspective and in the time that is, you are in. And so I thank my mom for that, because she and my father deserves a great congratulatory sana. And then the 10th tip is, do not allow the pressure for fitting in chase you. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to fit in. If people don't like you, if people like you, well. If they don't, well. You are unique and nobody can change that. You don't have to fit in other people's shoes for you to have a class, or for you to have a league. And so you have to understand that you are your own person, your own masterpiece, given this grace period of time to be down here and do great and mighty things and exploits. And so stop comparing yourself. I repeat, stop comparing yourself, and do not allow the fear of like fitting in come and creep you down. Understand that you have a place, no matter how poor you think you are, no matter how broken you think you are, no matter how disgusted you feel you are, no matter how no matter how you feel you are, know that there is a place for you, and you are here down for a purpose, and nobody can change that. And also, another tip is be knowledgeable. Don't be a person who's just sitting around and not learning anything. The week passes, you're still the same person. The next week passes, you're still the same person. You don't grow, you are just there in terms of clarity on issues about life. You are clueless, you don't understand anything, you're just allowing time to pass and for you to just finish your days under the sun. So be knowledgeable, spend time with yourself and know what you need to know for you to make better decisions. Be knowledgeable, don't be ignorant. Be wise kabisa. Be wise. I think it's the saying that says, and the truth will set you free. When you know the truth will be able to set you free, because you'll be able to understand that when I say this truth, then it's the truth, because I have discovered it and I know it's the truth. Yeah. So let's get to know the truth, the knowledge. Puff yourself with knowledge. No knowledge. When we talk about knowledge, I'm not talking about reading books. I'm talking about learning even from other people's experiences. I'm talking even about the slightest things in this life, like mending your clothes that has torn. The slightest thing, learning how to cook maybe spaghetti, learning how maybe to wash clothes. Like, be knowledgeable. Don't just sit there, you're waiting for the world to teach you all these things. Just be knowledgeable. And then my second last tip is appreciate the milestones you have hit. You are not too young to celebrate. Appreciate those milestones that you have hit. For example, for me, I've written this book, and this is a milestone for me. A milestone because I have I've hit that milestone, and I have to appreciate myself for that. Even for the slightest things that I have done, I have to appreciate myself for those small things, because I'm not too young to celebrate. And when you appreciate yourself when you are in your 20s, imagine what you can do if you continue to appreciate yourself, appreciate your existence, appreciate everything that God has given you, and you'll be able to celebrate and be able to achieve more, because you have patted yourself on the shoulders and said, like, yes, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, and you can do this. Yes. And then my last tip is, social media should not be your run-to place or your support system. Get real support systems. Get real friends. Don't just have like people who are just there and on social media, and you're saying you have friends because you have a lot of followers. No, get true support systems. People you can cry with, people you can joke with, people you can smile with, people you can just be close to and have physical, talks, physical discussions together. So take a break when you are angry. Stop posting funny stuff on the social media when you are angry. Take a step back when you are angry. Just shut down your phone and close yourself somewhere and think before you post these things, because the social media does not forget. And then unfollow people that you think they are destructive, people who you think that are not helping you in any way, or people that I think I found this to be amazing, but I don't know how to go about it. But I think don't be obsessed about rich people. These things, I can imagine what I've closed my hair with. Don't be a person who is always obsessed with richness. Don't be obsessed with rich people on the social media, because they will challenge you, and you will be able to feel your pressure. You'll feel a lot of pressure. So just know the limit towards your following, and know the limits towards how much you're sharing yourself on the social media, and just have a truthful moment whereby you are able to tell and know that I'm not fine and I'm not good and I need a break. It's good to always take a break. I think this is the last one. It's always good to take a break, and challenges are there to make us, they're not there to break us. Yes, I think we can call this the part 1 of what I wish I knew when I was 20, and then we can do a part 2. Yes, you can comment there and ask if you want us to do another video about this. So I love you guys so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We always share so much in this channel. I love you guys. Bye. Let's meet next week. And I'm going to be posting my videos on Monday and Thursdays, because I'm looking for an option of like posting twice a week. And so yes, I'll be posting on Monday and Thursday. So this video will be uploaded, I think, on Sunday. Oh, not on Sunday, I think on Monday. On Monday, and also I'll upload another video on Thursday. Yeah, thank you guys for the support, and all of you guys, may you have a blessed and fruitful week. Thank you. Bye.